All right, Larry Kruger here from the Pig and a Pickle Crew Show with a little instant reaction after the 49ers knock off the Seahawks in Seattle 31-13. And next are the Philadelphia Eagles. The Niners go to 8-3, 4-2 on the road, knock the Seahawks down to 6-6, or I should say at 6-5, I believe. And the Seahawks are 4-2 at home. This was a great game for the Niners. They dominated in the first half. Seahawks came back and dominated in the third quarter. It was 24-3 at halftime, and then the Seahawks made it 24-13 with a 10-point third quarter, including a pick six. And then the Niners get the late touchdown to win it 31-13. All right, couple reactions. First of all, Pig and a Pickle, two locations, Emeryville and Corte Madera. Check them out in both spots. They're open from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. or until they run out. Pig and a Pickle, the best barbecue in all of Northern California. Okay, a couple things that jumped out. One, Brock Purdy is tremendous. I mean, he really is. 21 of 30, 209 yards, had the touchdown, had the interception tip that went back for six. That was his big mistake in the game. But Brock Purdy, once again, played a really good football game, made a number of big-time throws, and the 49ers are playing great football on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball. But Christian McCaffrey, also major story, 19 carries, 114 yards, 2 touchdowns for McCaffrey. He went for 6 yards a pop. He was fantastic. I thought Elijah Mitchell was good in this game as well. Mitchell ran 7 times for 39 yards, almost 6 yards a pop as well. So 49ers ran 33 times, and they ran for over 5 yards a carry. So Debo's always good, it seems like, against Seattle. He was fantastic. He was their leading receiver, 7 catches, 79 yards. Debo's fantastic. Ayuk was absolutely outstanding. A couple catches for 50 yards and a touchdown. He had a 28-yard reception. They only targeted him four times all night. So overall, I mean, just a complete effort. Debo, Ayuk, McCaffrey, all doing big things in this game. It sounds like the one negative is George Odom has maybe a bicep tear, it sounds like. So they may have lost George Odom for the year. We'll find out more about that in the coming days. The 49ers, I mean, it was a tremendous, we talked about this in the pregame that the one area where the 49ers have been completely dominant recently against Seattle is the Niner defensive line crushes Seattle's offensive line. And sure enough, that happened again in this game. 12 hits on Geno Smith, 6 sacks. I mean, they were everywhere. Kevin Givens had half a sack. Eric Armstead got a big sack in this game. Couple sacks for Bosa. He was fantastic. 1 sack for Tayshaun Gibson. Javon Hargrave had 1.5 sacks. So just, a couple hits on the quarterback. So the Niner defensive line really did damage. And then Ambry Thomas, beautiful interception in the first half. He was really good. You look at Moody. Moody made his 1 field goal. Wishnowsky continues to be an impact punter and pin the other team inside their 20. Just a total team effort. Darrell Luter Jr. had a touchdown saving tackle in the first half on D. Eskridge, or he was gone. I mean, Eskridge was fantastic. He had a 66-yard return, and he was done. He was going to the house if Luter didn't run him down. So that was great to see. Dre Greenlaw led the Niners with 8 tackles. Lenore had 7. Really overall a really strong performance. Now, next up, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Niners get a couple extra rest days. So 49ers, what a weird year. They win 5 in a row. They lose 3 in a row. Now they've won 3 in a row, and Philly's next. And how great would it be for the Niners to knock off Philadelphia and deal a loss to Nick Sirianni? He's just so freaking smug. It's unbelievable. And I would love to see the Niners just absolutely roll into Philly and knock around the Eagles. That would be fantastic. Geno Smith played this game hurt. He made some good plays. He made a lot more worse plays or bad plays. Niners sacked him 6 times. Charbonnet looked good in the second half. He had 14 carries for 47 yards. This team misses Kenneth Walker badly. The rookie wide receiver from Ohio State made an amazing catch. He really did. But DK Metcalf was shut down. It looked like Mooney Ward went out of the game with I thought it was maybe a serious injury. It turns out it was just cramps. But they did a really nice job at containing DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. Metcalf had 3 catches for 32 yards. He was a non-factor. They threw him 9 balls. He caught 3. Tyler Lockett also caught 3 balls for 30 yards. So both those guys were held in check. And the 49ers did a nice job on the offensive line in a tough place to play. They only gave up 1 sack. They didn't give up a ton of hits on Purdy. I think it was 6 total hits on Purdy, 2 from Darrell Taylor, 2 from Bobby Wagner, and 2 from Big Leonard Williams. But only 1 sack. Only 1 sack. And, obviously the big negative play for Purdy was the Jordan Brooks, the ball that was tipped that he ran back for a touchdown. But overall, nice performance by the 49ers. They go to Seattle on a short week, quick turnaround, and they get the win. And now they get 3 extra days to prepare for Philadelphia. And if you're a 49er fan, you got to feel really good. Now, join us coming up next on the pregame show. It'll be Kev, Rye, Danny, JD, Baller. Hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. It's going to be a great show. We're gonna rap about this game and maybe even we'll take a couple video calls. Hope everybody had a beautiful Thanksgiving dinner tonight with their families. And the 49ers, I love those road whites, by the way. Those road white unis look so tight. And going up against the neon uniforms of Seattle. I mean, it's just such a classic look for the 49ers and such a garbage look for the Seahawks. But overall, I mean, you got to feel really good about this one, for a number of reasons. Purdy had the one negative play. Other than that, he played great. McCaffrey just continues. He's the best back in football right now. Trent Williams said it in the postgame show. Trent also talking about Brock said, hey, man, if we feel like we've won the Powerball, we feel like we've won the lottery. 7th round quarterbacks don't just step in and just continue to play at a really high level. And that's what Brock Purdy has done. And then Debo, Ayuk, McCaffrey, all 3 of these guys look big time in training camp, and they all delivered tonight against Seattle. As I said, the one negative was the George Odom injury, and obviously the pick 6 that Purdy threw. But he came back, he bounced back, and he came through with a terrific throw late. And the Niners roll in now to Philadelphia with some tremendous momentum and a great chance to knock off the Eagles. And the race for that number 1 seed in the NFC is wide freaking open if the Niners can get that win next week in Philadelphia. All right, thanks to Pig and a Pickle for being the title sponsor of the Krug Show, and thanks to all you guys for supporting the Krug Show on YouTube.